Yeah, man, what they do. Thank you for tapping in with Channel 31. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and show some love to your boy channel. Alright, so we back with another box score breakdown. We got the Mavericks versus Thunder. The Mavericks won 121 to 119 for the Thunder. Mavs survived late push. So shout out to the Mavs. They ended up winning the game. But honestly, they were supposed to lose this game because they had the size advantage. They had the Thunder had two 7-footers out, Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein. So you know what I'm saying, they was able to dominate on the rebounds. You know what I'm saying? They had the size advantage, but somehow, some way, they wasn't able to just put them away. They had a big lead. They had at least like a 14-point lead, and the Thunder, even though they was undermanned and undersized, they still kept finding a way back into the game. Every time the Mavericks kept pushing away and made it seem like it was going to be a blowout, here come the Thunder, just kept fighting and fighting and getting back into the game. In the last minute of the game, the Mavericks had an 8-point lead, and the Thunder ended up only losing by 2, down 8 with a minute left. So that just goes to show you like the way the game was. The Mavericks pretty much controlled the game for the whole game, had a big lead, but just kept giving it away time after time. But it ended up working in their favor in the end. So we're going to go ahead and break down this box score. So the biggest lead for the Mavericks was 14. The biggest lead for the Thunder was 3. The times tied was 4. Longest run was 9. Lead changes was 4. So the leading players, we got P.J. Washington with 27. We got Shea with 36. We got P.J. Washington with 17 rebounds. We got Aaron Wiggins with 5. So that just goes to show you the difference on the rebound battle. P.J. Washington got 17 rebounds. The most rebounds for somebody on the Thunder is Aaron Wiggins with 5. So the most assists, 8 for Shea, 6 for Kyrie. Blocks, we got 2 for Lively, 2 for Shea. Alright, so the Mavericks outscored the Thunder by 2 points, but they dominated them on the rebound battle. They lost the assist battle by 11. The Thunder ended up having 29 assists, but to make up for their lack of rebounding, they ended up getting 11 steals, and they tied the block total for the Mavericks. So they beat the Mavericks 11-4 with the steals, but they also tied the block total with the Mavericks, even though the Mavericks had 2 shot blockers and the Thunder didn't have a shot blocker at all. But to make up for their lack of size and their lack of rim protection, they did protect the ball. They only had 6 turnovers to the Mavericks 16. So this is the reason why the Thunder were able to keep fighting back into the game, because the Mavericks were careless with the ball and the Thunder weren't, and they were able to capitalize and be able to stay into the game and get extra possessions off of the Mavericks' mistakes. So the Thunder shot better from the field. They shot 49%, while the Mavericks shot 47%. The Thunder did shoot worse from the 3-point line. They shot 33%, while the Mavericks shot 40%. And the Mavericks did shoot better from the free throw line, 83%, to the Thunder's 76%. So somehow, some way, even though the Thunder were missing their 2 7-foot big man, they ended up beating the Mavericks out with points in the paint, 54-52. But it's not too surprising because you got guys like J-Dub and you got guys like Shea who get into the paint and score. But still, like, you got 2 guys that dunks and catch lobs. You should be able to score more points in the paint than OKC. But that just goes to show you why the team was able to keep fighting back into the game. Second chance points, Dallas did dominate 24-7. Fast break was tied 6-6. So somehow, some way, OKC only had 6 fast break points. So a lot of their points were in the half court. So that's even more impressive that they didn't have to get out on the break and score that many fast break points to stay in the game. They were scoring a lot of them points against setup defense, but they still stayed into the game. But their lack of 3-point shooting really hurt them. If they would have shot better from the line, not from the line, but if they would have shot better from the 3-point line, they definitely would have won this game. Let's go to the box score. Alright, so off the bat, we got P.J. Washington with 27 and 17. He got 2 assists and a block with 1 turnover. He shot 7 for 13 from the field, 53%. He shot 3 for 4 from the 3-point line, 75%, and 10 for 10 from the free throw line. So shout out to PJ, player of the game right there. Had a 12 plus minus. We got Kyrie Irving with 23 points. He had 6 assists and 1 rebound. He had 1 turnover. He shot 50% from the field, 9 for 18. He shot 3 for 6 from the 3-point line, 50%, and he made his 2 free throws. Uh, yeah, so my guy Jaden Hardy. So Jaden Hardy is a guy that people really sleep on, and they don't really know that he can really hoop. But Jaden Hardy was like the #1 recruit coming out of his high school class. But he ended up going to the G League Ignite, and it kind of messed up his draft stock. And now he ended up with a team behind like great guards. Because at first he was behind Jalen Brunson and Luka. Now he's behind Luka and Kyrie. So he just happens to be behind like the best guards in the league. But this guy can really hoop. So whenever like guys like Luka is out, and I forgot to mention that, but Luka was out. But even with so like when guys as Luka is out and you need to replace that production, he's a great guy to put into the lineup and you know what I'm saying, get a spark and get you points. But he gave you 13 points in 24 minutes, shot 6 for 9, missed his 1 3-point, but he did get to the free throw line and make one. He gave you 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. So shout out to Jaden Hardy. Najee Marshall gave you 13 points. He gave 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He shot 4 for 6 from the field. Missed his 1 3-pointer, but he did make all 5 of his free throws. So shout out my boy Najee Marshall. Spencer Dinwiddie, my boy gave 10 points in 17 minutes. He made his 2 3-pointers. Those was back to back. He shot 3 for 7 from the field, 42%. He gave you 3 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. Yeah, so that's really good production in 17 minutes. See, when you get in this kind of production off of your bench, it's gonna be hard for you to lose, but they definitely almost lost. So that goes to show you how much turnovers plays a factor. Like, you shot 40% from the 3-point line. You dominated the rebound battle. You got a lot of production off of your bench, but still you only won by 2. That just goes to show you how much turnovers and stuff like that can ruin your chances at winning. But we got my boy Daniel Gafford with a double-double, 11 and 12. He only played 17 minutes, so that's really impressive. He went 4 for 9 from the field, 44%. He missed 4 free throws. He shot 42% from the free throw line, 3 for 7. Creighton Grimes had 10 points. He went 2 for 5 from the field, 40%. He made 2 3-pointers, and he made all 4 of his free throws. He got 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Derek Lively, this kind of disappointing because you played 25 minutes, my guy, and you only had 6 points. You know what I'm saying? You shot 3 for 5 from the field, so at least you was efficient. You shot 60% from the field, but you supposed to grab at least 10 rebounds. You got to have at least 10 points. Like, there's no reason you're not getting a double-double against a team whose tallest player in the starting lineup is 6'6", 6'7". So that's disappointing by Derek Lively, but at least they was able to pull out the dub, and at least you had the tied for the highest plus minus on the team. So shout out to you. All right, and then Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson has been, I don't want to say bad this year, but he's been he's been like flip-flopping. Like, he'll have a good game, he'll have 2 good games, or you know what I'm saying? Like, he started out the season really hot. Like, he made like 15 threes in like the first 4 games or something like that. That was the most for somebody who went to a new team, but ever since then he's kind of cooled off. Like tonight he went 1 for 11 from the field, 9%, 1 for 8 from the 3-point line, 12%. Gave you 3 rebounds and 2 steals and a block. Gave you 3 stocks, but he did go 1 for 11. So that's another thing. If Klay Thompson would have had a good game, then it's definitely gonna outcome of the game would have been a lot different. They probably would have won by a lot more, in the game probably wouldn't have been close. But the fact that he did go 1 for 11 is kind of another plays a part in why the Thunder was close. They did make 11 3-pointers out of their 27, so they shot 40% from the 3-point line. So that's impressive. It's just they did everything they needed to win. They just turned the ball over too much, honestly, and they didn't get production from one of their main scorers. But the bench made up for that, and they were missing Luka. But to get into the Thunder box score, we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 36 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. So he got 4 stocks, and he only has 1 turnover. He has 2 rebounds. My guy shot 13 for 19 from the field, 68%. He made his 1 3-pointer. That 3-pointer was clutch too. That was on that run when they was down 8 points in the last minute, and he made 9 out of 11 free throws. So that's 81%. So shout out to Shea. That's you know what I'm saying, he almost brought his team to the dub right there. J Dub, Jalen Williams, he had 27 points. He had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal and a block. So he had 2 stocks. Went 11 for 17 from the field, 64%. He shot 50% from the 3-point line. He made 3 threes, and he made his 2 free throws. So shout out to J Dub. He had a clutch steal late on Jaden Hardy that kind of started off that run when they was down 8 in the last minute. Lou Dort had a really good game. My guy shot great from the 3-point line. He made 4 threes out of his 9, 44%, and then he shot 5 for 10 from the field. He made 5 rebounds and 3. Well, he got 5 rebounds and got 3 assists. So shout out to Lou Dort, and he played great defense on Kyrie. He kind of made it tough on him, even though Kyrie, you know, he's gonna do his thing regardless. Isaiah Joe was a little disappointing. He only had 6 points, but you know what I'm saying, he went 2 for 6. You know, he did make 2 threes. He gave you 2 rebounds and 4 assists. So if your sniper would have hit some more threes, you probably would have, you know what I'm saying? Cause this is like really like the main shooter on the team. So if he would have made a couple more threes, the outcome probably could have been different for the Thunder. And if Aaron Wiggins is another shooter for them, so like 2 of their best shooters in the lineup from 3-point line didn't have a great game. So that led to a lot of the 3-point troubles. Alright, so then off of the bench, we got Dylan Jones. So this is the rookie right here. So Dylan Jones gave you 12 points in 15 minutes. He went 5 for 6, 83% from the field. He made 2 out of his 3 threes, 66%. He gave you 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Usman Dang gave you 0 points. Kenrich Williams gave you 6 points. He missed 2 threes. AJ Mitchell missed 2 threes as well. He gave you 3 points. Cason Wallace missed 5 threes. He gave you 4 points. So Cason Wallace went 2 for 8. AJ Mitchell went 1 for 5. Kenrich Williams went 2 for 6. All of them went combined. They went 0 for 9 from the 3-point line. So because of the bench, other than Dylan Jones, the rest of the bench really didn't produce. If these guys would have came and if they would have made their 3-pointers, and if they would have produced a little better, they would have made some more shots, you know what I'm saying, then the outcome of the game could have been different. It's a lot of things where both sides, the outcome could have been different if this or that happened. But this is really the key to the game. The bench missed a lot of threes, and they didn't come through. You know, the starters did all they can, even though they was undermanned, undersized, and they didn't turn the ball over at all, really. You know, the lack of the bench scoring and the lack of 3-point effectiveness led to the loss. You know, like they shot 33%. They made 14 threes, so they did make a lot of threes, but they missed too many. If they would have made more, it would have made up for the lack of rebound and lack of size and all that. It would have helped them overcome the deficit. See, these guys right here, their problem was that they turned the ball over way too much. Like, especially, like, you got guys who don't, the only person, well, Jaden Hardy handles the ball a little bit, but Maxi Kleber with 3 turnovers, Najee Marshall with 4 turnovers, Daniel Gafford with 3 turnovers, and then pretty much everybody in the starting lineup had a turnover except Klay Thompson. But you can't have guys who's not handling the ball have this many turnovers and expect to win, especially when you have the size advantage and you're destroying them on the rebounds. So those are the factors, you know what I'm saying, that led to the Mavericks winning the game. Let me know what y'all think was the main factor in the Mavericks winning this game. I think the main factor in the Mavericks winning is just, you know what I'm saying, they destroyed them on the rebounds, and pretty much they was able to just get more second chance points, and, you know, they got a little more production from the bench. So the main factors is the bench production and the fact that they destroyed them on the rebounds and they were able to get a lot of second chance points. So y'all let me know what y'all think the main factors are. Player of the game obviously is PJ Washington. I hope y'all enjoyed the box score breakdown. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So some love to your boy channel. You know what I'm saying? Until next time, y'all be good. Stay safe.